Hi all you lovely kings, queens, and in-betweens. My name is Elaine, and today I'm going to be talking about The Expedition, which was designed by Jon Lowman and illustrated by Lindsay Little. It's a game for 1 to 3 players, ages 14 and up, and in my experience takes about 10 to 15 minutes to play or even less. It's a game about explorers competing to lay claim to unmarked celestial locations. You get to move around the different locations while marking them along the way. However, you have to be careful. Someone else can claim them while you are away. Your ultimate goal is to complete your expeditions and score the most points to win in this micro game. Setup for the game is super easy, barely an inconvenience. The first thing you're going to do is shuffle the 9 locations and create a 3x3 face-up grid with the location names all in the same orientation. As you can see, I've already done that here. From there, you're going to shuffle the 9 expedition cards and deal 3 expeditions to each player. These should be kept secret from the other players. I've already laid them out here, but each player then picks a color and takes that color's explorer and markers. Then, moving in a counterclockwise fashion, each player will place their explorer in any empty location starting with a randomly selected player. Once the game has set up, play can begin. At this point, each player will take turns exploring to try and claim locations for prestige. The first player will be the one that placed last. Play moves clockwise and each player will explore on their turn in the following steps. Number 1, move your explorer 1 space in any non-diagonal direction and mark the location the explorer just left. Marking means that you've placed a cube on it. So for example, if I was the blue player, I could move here, and then I would place my little blue cube on Forian, because that's the location I had just left. I've just progressed the game a little bit. Now let's say it's the blue player's turn again, and they want to move to the south. At this point, they would mark Telestra. However, there is an orange cube on Telestra. At this point, they would remove the orange player's cube and return it to their pile of cubes, unless otherwise stated by the game. I've just progressed the game again. The final step of each player's turn is to immediately score any expedition cards if the conditions are met. They only need to be met once. The orange player has completed this expedition, have markers on a square 2x2, so they can set that aside as one of their completed expeditions. The game ends if either of the following 2 conditions are met. Number 1, a player completes 2 of their expeditions, as is the case for the orange player. Alternatively, a player places all 6 markers on their locations. This will also trigger the end of the game. When the end of the game is triggered, each other player gets 1 final turn, then the group moves to scoring. Scoring works thusly. You get to score the points on each location with your marker on it. You also get to score for each completed expedition's points. The winner is the player with the most points. In the case of a tie, the winner will be the tied player with the most markers. If there is still a tie, the win is shared. So let's score for this orange player, just so you can see what happens. On the bottom of these expedition cards are a number. That's the number of points you earn for completing the expedition. So this player got 7 points for expeditions completed. You'll also notice that on each location card is a number in the bottom corner. The orange player would get another amount of points based on these numbers. So 1, 2, plus 3 is 5, plus another 3 is 8. So 8 plus 7 is 15. This player scored 15 points. There's also a solo mode for people whose friends can't come over and play that day. Now that I've taken the time to explain how to play the game, I want to provide my final thoughts. There's some things I like about the expedition, and there's some things that I don't. I'm going to start with the things I don't like and end with the things that I do, so we can end on a positive note. The first thing I don't like is this box. It's one of the ones where you lift open the lid, and I don't like that because they're very easy to damage and just scuff up and get all gross. My preference is for something that you lift off cleanly, like a traditional board game box, or something with a flip magnetic lid, like what you find with unstable unicorns. I think they just hold together better. The next thing I don't like is the fact that there is a limited amount of replayability. Because this is a small game, it is a micro game. There isn't a ton going on in the box, even though they give you a fair amount considering the amount of space in the box. Because there isn't much going on after a few playthroughs, you know what the expeditions are, you know the goals, and it's really easy to start blocking people while also reaching your goals and to prioritize the things that are going to get you the most points. To keep things fresh and fun, I think that they should include an expansion with some more locations, some more expeditions, maybe expand the grid so that it can support more players in the future. With that being said, there are a lot of things that this does well. This is family friendly, it's table friendly, it's budget friendly, it's shelf friendly. It's very easy to pick up, to learn, to teach, and it doesn't take up a lot of time. It's a great filler game. The artwork is strong, the components are well put together, the cards are very nice quality, quality, and for what it is, it's a fun game. And there you have it, my how to play and review of The Expedition, one of the games I picked up at Gen Con. What did you think of my how to play and my review? Did I leave anything out? Let me know down below in the comments. Also, have you tried this game? Did you go to Gen Con? What did you pick up there? Let me know down below in the comments. I always like to know what you kings, queens, and in-betweens think. And if you like what you saw here today, please smash that like button until it's blue, subscribe, ring that bell so you'll know what's up, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys!
Hi, Tisha Valenza, aka Poison Ivy, and you've just been watching King's Entertainment Reviews. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.